going live, baby. We're live, live. So, can you guys hear me? Can you see me well? I think it's a bit of latency. I tried to put it down as much as I could, but I still have it. It might be from the Wi-Fi that I have because now I can hear myself. Hmm. It seems there is a latency. Can you guys hear me? Is there anyone there? Is there anyone there? X. This is extreme. How you doing, baby? Thank you for confirmation. Hmm. The problem is there is a little bit of latency between my voice. So I don't know how that happens. Hmm. This is the weirdest thing to make faces in a live stream. Yeah. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Hmm. Maybe I should put this one here. Hmm. Everything looks good. I'm not sure if he. I mean, it seems a little bit of a latency between my voice and the image, but the framing. But I think it's fine. I don't know. Let me know if everything goes well. This is my first time, so be gentle. Don't, I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know all these things. It's new to me, as it's probably new to you as well, or some of you. But let me know in the comments. Are we doing well? Well, my voice sounds good. Is the image good? I am perfectly lit, beautiful. So we can start. YouTube says it's an excellent connection. So, yeah, hopefully it is. It looks good. It really does. What do we have here? see. Uh-huh. Okay. So, guys, welcome to the first live stream, and I hope it's gonna be at least modest because, like I said, there are a lot of things to set up, and I'm not used to all this kind of stuff. But hopefully, it's gonna look and sound good. Please let me know in the comments if you can hear me and if you can see me. If there any kind of latency, I'm trying to fix everything I can. But I would love to start talking and having you guys ask me all kinds of crazy stuff and go into the live because we have so many things to talk about. Interesting. So the connection seems to be excellent, but I still feel like I have a little bit of a latency between my voice and the stream, the image. I'm not sure. Is it too loud? Mm-hmm. Trying to fix the mic so it won't pop that much. My wife says it's all good, so I trust her more than you guys. Though I would love to have someone comment something and let me know if we can start and have this live going because we don't have the entire day. Just saying. Anyway, please don't be afraid to say hello. And after I'm getting something from you guys, we're gonna start. Okay? Yeah. I see people coming in, going out, but no one is commenting, no one is saying anything. You don't like me? I can change my t shirt. I can change myself, but I can change things. How about the colors in the background? I think it'll look good. Maybe something on pink? Hmm. Yeah. You probably encountering the most unprofessional live stream, but that's me. I love to be me and not unprofessional. But if I am, it is what it is. Right? Oh, finally, I have my friend Enrique here. How you doing, buddy? Sounds and looks good, but your face is a little bit of the on the orange side. Yes, I kind of am orange. It's I like oranges, so probably that's why. It's probably because of the light, man. I'm gonna try to fix it. Thank you for that. So you said it's orange. How about a little bit more cooler? Let's see. How about now? Does it look better now? Is it more bluish? I don't like blue. That's why I'm orange. I mean, I like blue and orange, but not on my face. So let me know if now looks a bit better. Because it's very important to look professional, especially in the live streams. Yeah. So it's all good. I can close the. Okay. I can close the test and just go for it. Enrique, does it look good now? It's more natural. It's less orangey. I don't want to be very orange, though. Like I said, I like oranges. A little dark. Oh my god, man, you're killing me. A little dark, a little orange. Just kidding. Just give me a sec. Easy to better now. I hope it is. And you know me, I like dark places, All my videos look like it's, you know, like something happened behind me or I'm in a cave or something. And like I said, this studio, it's pretty much my cave. So I'm hoping to look a little bit dark. Not very dark, but. So, is it better or is it not? I see more people coming in. So, hello to everyone. Let's put the welcome message that I work for it for a long time, like 5 seconds. Maybe that will make you comment more. Say things. Say hello. Oh, yeah, sure. Of course, I know it. It's, oh my God. Well, you're gonna see my mug for at least 60 minutes. So if you don't like it, just suck it up, okay? You should be here with me. Yeah, this is how I look. I'm ugly, okay? Fine. Thank you, Enrique. If it's better, it's better. That what matters. And let's get started. Hello, everyone. Again, people are afraid of talking. I'm looking at the chat. I was like, what's going on? But nonetheless, I'll probably repeat this over and over again. I want to thank you all for making this channel a bit better, a bit bigger, and for being here with me and supporting the channel for, I don't know how long. It depends on when you subscribe. But nonetheless, I am super happy to have you guys here, and I'm happy to do these videos for you, share my thoughts and my photography and whatever I'm doing, photography related and image related with you guys. This is probably the only way I can thank you. And today we're going to have a giveaway. It's not going to be a big one. There are a few items that I'm going to show you a bit later, and a few things that I hope is going to make you a little bit happy or put a little bit of a smile on your face and make you support the channel in the future as well and stay with me more. The most important thing is that this is happening because you subscribe to the channel and because you guys were kind enough to give these videos a little bit of interest and be here with me all the time when I'm uploading one of my blobberings and my so-called vlogs. And I want to do more of that, and I want to have feedback from you and create this community and have more people around. And sorry for hitting the microphone. I wanna make basically friends and have a community where people are sharing their thoughts and where they're sharing their experiences with their cameras and the photography and different situations that they encounter when they're out shooting. I want to make this different than other channels, and I want to have the channel right here, right now, and make it, bigger and make it grow faster because it's important. For me, at least, it's important to communicate with you guys, to give you my thoughts, and maybe help you in your endeavors in, make you create more and understand photography more. That's what it is. Excuse me for that. So if that's what you want, this channel is probably for you. If you already subscribe, You are already supporting me, and I thank you for that. And you don't you don't even know how happy I was when I reached the 1K. It's a breath of fresh air. It's like you leveled up in a game. If you're a gamer, you know what that means. If you're like you're level up and you're getting new skills and you're getting new powers, and this whole um, you know position of being a YouTuber, it's so frustrating sometimes, and people might consider you a slacker just because you're doing videos and instead of doing your real job. Well, my real job is a photographer, and I like doing videos for you. So those who are thinking I don't belong in being here, it's their problem, not mine. I love to be here. I love to share my experiences and my thoughts. I like to review cameras for you and tell you what's good and what's bad. This channel, it's not sponsored in any way. We don't have anyone paying for what I'm saying, any company or any brand, not even individual sponsors. The only sponsor of the channel, it's me, and that's why my reviews sometimes sounds like rants, sometimes sound like I'm a fanboy. None of them is actually true. I am not a fanboy. I don't like to rant, but if it's something to rant about or if it's something to be excited about, I will always be. And if that sounds like I'm a bit biased, well, then I am biased. If you remember, in the past, the banner on the channel said a something with photography biased. So I'm a, let's say, a biased photography guy. But it's nice to have you around and share all these thoughts with you and see interest from you guys, especially you, Enrique. I see a lot of interest from you, and I'm very happy about that. Okay, so no hellos, nobody's talking. Um, I'm already tired, and my throat, it starts to sound croaky a little bit. I want you to communicate and maybe not slam your glass on the uh, table that you're doing the streaming on, because it's gonna sound like an earthquake is coming. Yeah, I know. Um, so ask me something. I don't know. What do you guys think about all this, thing with the channel? All this crazy stuff that I started and I want to continue. How do you enjoy the channel? What kind of videos do you enjoy the most from the ones that I put lately? Because I'm trying to diversify a little bit and create more content with different views, starting with, let's say, POVs and vlogs, whatever you want to call those, to more like fun reviews and thoughts of mine about cameras and lenses and how this industry should go up or down, or where we are in the industry. So what do you think? Why should I, what kind of videos should I do more, and what do you guys would enjoy more being on the channel? Some of you for pretty long. So yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments. I am ready to answer any questions. Enrique, please be nice. And um, yeah, let's start the conversation. Let's do this. Like I said, oh, there you go. Didn't I ask you to be nice? No, this is actually kids juice. It's cranberry juice. I love cranberry juice, and it does sound like, well, it does look like wine, and it probably sounds like I'm drunk because I slammed the mug on the table. But no, it's just cranberry juice. And cheers. Maybe you guys are, drinking your coffee or already wine, depending on where you are in the world. I'm pretty sure Enrique is already setting up the barbecue, and it's very hot, just like in California, in Florida, right? So no, it's not iced tea, no wine. It's cranberry juice. It's actually very tasty. You should try it if you didn't. With a little bit of a vodka, or I'm not. I'm kidding. Um, But no, it actually is very tasty and refreshing, especially in this hot weather that we have here in California. And I bet you that you guys do it. You have it in Florida as well. So yeah, it's pretty good. Uh, the little cave here it's a bit warm because the sun is actually hitting my windows. Not right now, but in the afternoon, and everything in here starts to become a bit muddy and a little bit warm. Now it's pretty good. It's a normal temperature around, I think, 23.5 degrees. That's how we're keeping this. Hopefully, this house is gonna stay cool over the summer because we got all kinds of weather, warnings, heat advisory, and all that stuff. So yeah. So it is cranberry juice. No one else. No other questions. 8 people. Come on, guys. Say hi. Let me know where you're coming from because it's very important. I was hoping to have people from all over the world, and the fact that I do my videos in English doesn't mean that if you are requesting or if you're interested in me just doing subtitles in different languages, I will look up to that and maybe try to do some, proper subtitles because the closed captions that YouTube offers are not always accurate, and I think they're based on the Google Translate feature. So if you want proper subtitles in different languages, I might look up to that and start doing it. That is true. You've got 8 people watching, and I'm the only loud one. Well, you are always the loud mouth, my friend. You know that, and I really appreciate that. Thank you for that because I am, and I'm talking a lot, as you probably noticed already. And I like to communicate, and I like to talk, and I like to socialize and have people communicate. I am actually, when we moved here 10 years ago, uh, we were kind of maybe not scared, but a little bit behind the fence when we saw all the Americans are not the way we were expecting in terms of communication. They're more like cold people, more like Germans, and that's what I felt. And now I realize that probably it was us who were, I mean, we were trying to back up a little bit, and we were a little bit shy to get into this new world and experienced it. And but it still feels a little bit less warm than, let's say, the Latinos. We're Romanians. I'm Romanian, and we're by origins Latin. That's how our language is considered, and our blood it's boiling all the time, and we like to laugh, and we like to interact, and we like to talk to people, and give them our thoughts and help and all that stuff. Well, for me, that was a bit different, and I got used to it in time, and now it feels normal. But when we landed here, was a bit different for probably a year or so. It was very hard to adapt, and it's normal. But yeah, so I'm talking a lot too, so don't worry about that. You can talk. Like I said, 8 people. Now there's 6, but nobody's saying hi. I don't know why. Just go ahead and say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Maybe you're in Europe. Maybe you're in Asia. I would love to have people from all over the world and communicate. I actually used to travel a lot in the past before we moved here. I was a photojournalist. I did a lot of travels, especially in Europe, and that was cool. Oh, hey Jason, what is your favorite topic for videos? Which ones do you like to do best? Tag reviews or street photography? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. First of all, thank you, Jason, for chiming in, and thank you for saying hello. Um, for me, being a photographer, it's tough to always be stuck in the studio and do those kind of desk talking head reviews of cameras that I would rather use and be on the street or at an event, or test them outside somewhere in the wilderness if I can, and tell you all about that there. Now, probably until 3 weeks ago, I didn't have that capacity and the capability of doing these videos outside and then having them put together inside, because I didn't have that many cameras that can be used as video cameras, so you can interact with it anywhere you are. Now that I'm shooting with my X-E4 for video, the new X-E4 that I got, which is actually not new. It's a used X-E4, but it's in mint condition, like new condition, and I kind of hate the fact that is a bit, it's a bit silverish, and it's not that I don't like it. I like the old look, and most of the old cameras were like silverish and black, with silver and black, or chrome or something like that. But I'm not pretty excited about the silver. So this one is my main video camera, and I'm using it for photo shoots as well. And the other one is the one that films me right now. It's the X-E4, and these two cameras can do pretty much the same thing. The X-E4 is a little bit better in terms of video, but definitely X-E4 can be used for video outside and for, say, talking heads outside or vlogs outside, when I can go somewhere and test a piece of equipment and having you guys see the video over there and test it like it's alive. Maybe we can do some premiere stuff when you guys can comment the moment I'm putting the video up, and have an interaction, not necessarily live. But the premiere allows you to comment when the video is uploaded on YouTube, and we can have like a meeting and start talking based on what I did in the location. But yes, to answer your question, my favorite in terms of making videos is to go out and shoot and basically do my job as a photographer, because I'm a photographer first and probably YouTuber fourth, I don't know, third. The fact that I'm trying to raise this channel and raise the level and create different stuff, it's because I know that people are interested in content that will help them understand better the even the product or the process, the photography, or whatever the photographer does, than just being in front of a desk and say, hey, this one has 24 megapixels and 120 frames per second in 4K. I don't know. That's not necessarily for me, but I know for sure that those videos are getting more views than just the ones that they should, because if you're clicking on a video from a photography channel or from a photographer, in my opinion, you should expect photography and not necessarily camera reviews and lenses, or like I said, these ones should be combined with photography and tested in the field. I don't know. You should tell me and let me know what your preference is. I would love to go out more, and hopefully we will be able to with this new strain that is getting out with the new variant. But hopefully we're going to be able to go to different remote places and test all kinds of lenses and cameras and whatever we have, obviously big. Like I said, I don't know if you're here, but this channel is not sponsored, not yet. And it's not sponsored. I don't think it's going to get necessarily a sponsorship, but more like an endorsement from camera companies that can send or lend the gear to me so I can test it. So everything I have, it's mine, and I can buy a new camera obviously every month so I can have something to test. I'm using the ones that I have, and I'm gonna test them to the beats, so you guys know exactly what to get out of it if you don't have it already, or if you don't know exactly what to do with it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So in terms of your regarding your question, which ones do you like to do best? I love to do more like outdoor videos when I'm showing you how to use the camera and whatever you're using. And yeah, we will do probably tech reviews as well, like tech. You know, these cameras are tech nonetheless. For example, for me, this one is not even a camera; it's more like a gadget, the GoPro. And there are a lot of stuff that you can do with it. So tech, for me, it's different. I can do tech based on cameras, or I can do tech based on other things. Maybe at some point I will, start reviewing or shooting cameras that are attached to phones, for example, like smartphone cameras. And you never know. But I do love to be outside. That's the take out of what I blubbered for 10 minutes. I'm sorry for that. Hi, Clara. Oh my God. A top five for lenses. Well, yes, I do have a top five for lenses that changes all the time. But a top five for lenses, do you mean the whole spectrum? The no matter what brand, what what camera, or you're thinking about just particular lenses like Fujifilm lenses or Sony lenses or Nikon lenses? Because like an all around top five. That's interesting. I do. At some point I did. Well, the first one, it's definitely a 28, 27 millimeter lens. And I did have in the past probably around 5, 6 in this focal range. So between, let's say, 27 to 30, something like that. Now I only have one. It's the FD, the Canon FD 28 millimeter f2.8 or 2.5. I think it's 2.8. So that will be my preferred lens for pretty much everything. That lens can be adapted, not necessarily the Canon, but the 28 millimeter can be used on APS-C, and it's gonna become around 50 or 40 plus. It also can be used on a Micro Four Thirds, and it's gonna become around 50 plus. So I am more like a guy who likes lenses that match our eyes, match our vision, and 50 millimeter, it's exactly what it is. For full frame, 28 is nice because it's wide and you can, shoot street photography, you can shoot landscapes, you can shoot any kind of things, including product photography. Some of these lenses have a very nice short focal distance, and you can go short focusing distance, and you can go very close to the object and be pretty much like a 1.2 or 1.3 macro magnification, which is very good. I'm sorry. So that one is the first. The second one, I would say it's a 50 millimeter f1.8, f1.4 probably. I used to use the Canon f1.2, 51.2, but I wasn't very happy with the results. There are a lot of chromatic aberration. There are a lot of too much depth of field, I believe. And it's very hard to nail focus. So I think 1.4 and 1.8. So any 50, 1.4, 1.8. Even the nifty 50s. I love those lenses. They're cheap, and even they're plastic and they're not durable. They're very nice, and you can get a good image quality out of them. The third one probably be a between 60 and an 85. I think 85 it's a bit too long for my taste. I do have an 85 for my Nikon Z mount, the Viltrox 85 1.8, and I found myself keeping it on the shelf most of the time. For portraits it's nice, but I like to be closer to my subject and interact more with it, so I think 50 it's better for me. It's not a bad lens. It's a lens that you should have in your bag. Nonetheless, this is probably the trinity of primes: the 35, the 50, and the 85. And I think that the 85 should be in any bag. It should be present because you never know when you will encounter a situation when you have to shoot a professional portrait, and that depth of field and the compression that the 85 offers are pretty nice. The fourth one is definitely the 35. Probably the 85 and the 35 are switching. Probably the 35 is on the third and the 85 on the fourth. But nonetheless, the 35, usually a 35 wide open 1.4 probably, or on 1.8, even f2. It's nice for all kinds of situations, for street photography, even landscapes, for portraits. It doesn't distort that much, and if you're not going very close to your subject, you won't have that ugly distortion of their faces. Also, the 35 is a great all-around lens for traveling and for doing, let's say, events. I actually shot a wedding with a 35 millimeter from the beginning to the end, and I kind of like it. I mean, it's not my top preference when it comes to, let's say, wide lenses or around wide lenses, but I do really like it. Sorry, I didn't look at it. So you said all around, all around. Okay, so top five for all around are definitely the 27, the 35, the 50. I would get a 24 to 70 as wide as you can in terms of aperture, probably f2.8 or f2 if you can. I think the Canon makes a 28 to 75, something like that, f2. So yeah, a zoom lens will for all around is going to be perfect. And if you are doing, let's say, a all around photography genre and use the lens for pretty much everything, I think a wide zoom lens, 16 to 35, or a 24, or a 21 to, let's say, 50, or 21 to 60, something like that. It depends on the system that you're shooting, the brand, because the Micro Four Thirds have different focal length than the full frame and the APS-C. But these are the ones that I will love. And nonetheless, probably the last one that you should have, it's a 70-200 in any kind of systems, either Fujifilm, which is a 50-140, or the Micro Four Thirds. I think it's a 35-100, and so on and so forth. That lens is a must for any, let's say, photographer, or any person who wants to get into photography and be more serious about it. If you don't, and if you just want to shoot family photos, I think a 24 to 70, or even a a 70 to 50, something like that, f2.8 will do just well. But the 70 to 200, it's another level. It's in a different league, and that lens can help you doing landscapes and portraits and even street photography, if you don't mind, or if that's your style, if you don't mind shooting from afar. And this will be, so I'm gonna recap them for you. I said 27, 28, 35 millimeter, 50 millimeter, an 85, and either a wide lens, the 16 to 35, or a 24 to 70, or the 70 to 200, based on what you're shooting. These are my preference and my top lenses. I won't mention brands, because there are different things for different brands, but these are my top five. Hope that answered your question. Okay, so yeah, I will say a few words about. Okay, we have another question. Carl, how you doing, man? Been trying to get into wedding photography. Do you like doing wedding photography? What are the biggest challenges? Oh, okay. So you got me with this, because I have a wedding next week, and I'm a little bit dreading. Well, after so many years shooting wedding photography, it's, let's say, not normal, but it feels a bit normal to not always be happy to go to an event, especially when you have to drive 5 hours back and forth, 2 hours and a half to the location, and 2 hours and a half back. But street, see what I'm doing? Wedding photography is it's probably the only genre of photography that will help you grow fast as a photography. That and street photography, because you're encountering all kinds of situations, all kinds of issues, all kinds of problems, and as well as the fact that your vision, your imagination and creativity as a photographer
grows fast the moment you are um, putting it to work. Well, wedding photography is just that. So if you want to get into wedding photography, you have to dedicate yourself to that. It's not easy. You have to invest a lot in gear. Wedding photography requires gear that um, is doing very well in low light. And even if it doesn't do well, you have to invest in flashes and strobes and all kinds of lights. Maybe you like continuous lights, like the video lights. Nonetheless, you have to invest a lot. And for a wedding photographer, there are three lenses that you have to definitely have in your bag, at least as a starter in wedding, like a beginner in wedding photography. You have to have a wide zoom lens, like a 13, let's say 16 to 55, like a probably, let's say, a 24 to 70 2.8, and a 70 to 200. But these days things are changing, and there are a lot of photographers using only two lenses. For example, a wide lens and an 85 millimeter, which basically stays in the middle of the focal range for the other lenses. So nonetheless, wedding photography, it's not a cheap um, genre that you can get into and say, hey, I'm going to start shooting photos, and I'm just going to do it, and I'm going to grow, and then put some money aside, and with those I'm going to improve my gear. It's basically doable, but at some point, and because of the demand these days, and because people are already knowing that these cameras are doing super well, and if you don't have the best, at least you have to have the second or the third best on the market to be able to deliver clean images, not a lot of noise and all that kind of stuff. More on the way, and when you are getting experienced and you already have a portfolio and you have people calling you and offering you all kinds of jobs, you can make your own style and say, hey, I don't care about my clients, as in, I don't care what they're asking for. That's what I'm offering. If they want me, they're gonna get me because of what I'm offering. So um, that's going to be possible, but not when you are starting into wedding photography. When you're starting, you're trying to be perfect as possible, so people will be very excited to get the results, the images from you, and share them with others, so you'll get more, and big grow your make your network bigger and bigger every year, and get more weddings. Now, if you ask me, I would say that if somebody will ask me now, would you go back in and start your photography as a wedding photographer? I would probably say no, because that's a lot of hustle, and the challenges that you're asking about are probably more revealing in wedding photography, or when you're interacting with people, and when you're dealing with people, because it from a crazy, let's say not crazy, but a bridezilla, like people are calling these girls, to a mom who wants to move the earth, and use your photos as a um, I don't know, as a starter in just doing that and moving the earth, or maybe the fact that you have to drive a lot and deal with all kinds of situations in your interaction with people. Even this crazy situation that we had last year, that will affect your business a lot, and you have to deal with it, because it is what it is. You're either stopping your business, stop it all at that point and reboot it after the thing goes, or deal with it the way others did. And I totally disagree, but I know for sure that there were photographers doing weddings, during the pandemic, and I don't know if that is a thing to do when you know the consequences, but they did it. So these kind of situations are hard, and sometimes all the hurdles and everything that you're encountering can put you down and can make you almost quit this kind of business. But for me, it was nice, and I love to interact with people. Like I was saying before, I love to make new friends and interact and laugh and have people around all the time. That's why I chose this job to begin with. I I would never push someone to become a wedding photographer. Only if you need to. It might be a crouch if you want to, do something else on the side like fine art or landscape, because wedding photographer brings money all the time. It's not easy to just give me a second. It's not easy to start into wedding photography as a no one, just a guy who loves to shoot photos of people and be and document their events, because you need a portfolio. Also, you need to make yourself available on the market, which means you have to pay a company to promote you. And Wedding Wire and The Knot, I think they're the most known ones or the well-known ones all over the globe. And to do that, you have to pay them. So you have to be prepared of a lot of expenses. You have to be prepared of a lot of, let's say, encountering with people, a lot of interactions that not all of them are nice and not all of them will make you smile. And also, you have to be aware of the where. That didn't sound very well. So you have to be aware that at some point in time, all these um, automatic, let's say, month by month or week by week, if you are lucky, automatic shooting that you have to get into and go on and start shooting and do the same thing over and over and over again at every of these events. And at the beginning, you're starting being more creative, and you're starting by thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna be the best wedding photographer in the world. And because I'm creative, because my imagination is huge, and I already see things that others don't do, and I will do them. I will do them, and I will probably get big very fast. It is possible, and I would actually, I would be happy for you if that happens. But most of the time, you're gonna get into a routine of just shooting the wedding, come back home, deliver the photos, maybe slap a preset on them, and just check them up a little bit, and then deliver the good ones. And that can, in time, wear you off, and that creativity is gonna die. So if you're going into wedding photography, my advice will be do something else on the side, landscapes, product photography, whatever it is. Just try to get out of this world of routine and basically boring routine, to go all the way to create for others, because that's what you're doing. And do it just for your portfolio until you get an amazing portfolio. And after that, you don't actually need anything more. Maybe a photo from time to time that you really like, but you're shooting photos for others, like you are hired to shoot those photos and just deliver them. And it's going to become the most boring job in the world, which I don't really agree with. I don't really like, and I don't like to do boring stuff. That's why I chose to do photography. So do something on the side. Do wedding photography, get the money, because the monies are important. The money are important, and then do something else on the side. I don't know, drive cars, fast cars. Do something to get you out of this, because it's gonna wear you off very, very fast. I hope that answered your question, Carl, and thank you again for chiming in. So I said I'm gonna say something about the giveaway. So I have a few items that I'm gonna show you, and to enter the giveaway, I'm gonna actually put it up for you guys so you can see exactly what you have to do. Um, let's see. Okay. You're welcome, Carl. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I mean, wedding photography, it's great. It's a great way to create a network and interact with people. But if you're not that kind of person to love people and actually accept them the way they are, even if they're bad or if they're good, if some bad things happening, you just close your eyes and pass and don't care about them, then it's gonna be tough for sure. But I think that you're gonna make it if you really are into it, and if you want to make money, just go ahead and try. The worst can happen is you don't like it and you just quit. Nobody's forcing you to do it more. Be very conscious of the fact that you have to deliver for your clients. They're not the photos that you're doing for you. So you have to be conscious of that, and always be professional, always be respectful, always do whatever you were asked to provide, and whatever you sign in a contract to do. So that is important as well. Let me finish this. Enrique, you are not recommending it. The 100 400 for street photography. I use it all the time. This way I don't have to get out of my car and I can drink Malbec. Well, oh my God, man. Yeah, it is a good lens. I actually, let me, you raise that. You raise that to the net. So let me show you something. Oh my God. So I'm gonna show you, and it's probably not gonna end very fast. This is a box, Enrique, and I don't have the 100 to 400. I know you do, and I know you love it. But for me, I yesterday was my birthday anyway, and so you know, you're getting all kinds of stuff. But my wife she's always spoiling me with all kinds of crazy stuff that I'm not expecting. And I think I mentioned at some point that I want something like this, and she jumped on right on, and she bought it for me, and this was my gift actually from yesterday. Uh, for those of you who are not shooting